Meghan cruelly mocked for her self-importance after US rule, "I'm willing to march to Washington, D.C." Meghan Markle appears to have hinted on her political ambitions as she branded the Roe v. Wade decision as a blueprint for reversing rights. The Duchess of Sussex's intervention comes just days after the Supreme Court overturned the landmark ruling, eliminating almost 50 years of constitutional protection for abortion. The 5-4 decision leaves the issue of abortion up to state legislators, which may result in a total ban on the procedure in about half of the states. In an interview with Vogue, Meghan, 40, told Gloria Steinem that the ruling is a blueprint for reversing rights. She added, "It feels like the tip of the iceberg and is part of why people feel so scared." Meghan said she's willing to march to Washington, D.C. and urged men to be vocal with their anger. She said, "My husband and I talked about that a lot over the past few days. He's a feminist too. And his reaction last week was guttural, like mine. I know that for so many women right now, there is a sentiment of despair. We have to channel that fear into action. We can start this November in the midterms. We have to vote, every time." Meghan said she feels fortunate that she had both of her children. She said, "What happens with our bodies is so deeply personal, which can also lead to silence and stigma, even though so many of us deal with personal health crises. The more that we normalize the conversation about the things that affect our lives and bodies, the more people are going to understand how necessary it has to have protections in place." Many royal fans seem not pleased with Meghan's latest move. One said, "Who is going to listen to a so-called activist who slanders and smears elderly people? Her unverified, unproven, unapologetic claims of racism actually make her a person of unsound character, so who is her audience? We all like people with ethics and truth so we can trust them with causes and support them. I see no virtue or morals in Markle other than sheer vanity and ego. No substance, no conscience. I think she's sick." One fan commented, "That woman, who is only known because of who she conned into marrying her, is so full of her own self-importance." Another said, "Not her cause is all she is doing is jumping on somebody else's cause and claiming it for herself." One more mocked, "Is she going to take a jet and a camera crew?" Since stepping down as a working royal, Meghan has become more vocal about humanitarian and political issues, something full-time working members of the firm are normally barred from doing. During an interview with the 19th held following protests sparked in the wake of the death of George Floyd, the Duchess expressed her desire to get involved in campaigning for causes close to her heart in the US, including racial equality. She said, "From my standpoint, it's not new to see this undercurrent of racism and certainly unconscious bias, but I think to see the changes that are being made right now is it's something I look forward to being a part of. And being part of using my voice in a way that I haven't been able to of late. So, yeah, it's good to be home." Meghan also joined forces with Ms. Steinem on voting rights and voter registration, cold calling Americans to urge them to get out and vote. The Duchess and Ms. Steinem first sat down for a public chat 2 years ago, during which they also discussed women's rights. The organization's CEO, Angela Murphy, told Insider following the royal engagement, "We were just having a conversation about equality and Meghan had said that it's so important that men are behind us because it's an issue that we've all got to deal with." He just turned to her and said, "I'm a feminist." And she said, yeah, feminist."